Alright guys, how's it going? Sorry I've been a bit quiet on YouTube lately. It's just working life, training, a lot of things have sort of took over quite a bit at the moment. And YouTube's had to take a wee bit of a back seat, which is what I don't want. I want to keep YouTube going. I want to keep in contact with you guys the best I can and sharing stories and stuff. So this video I want to talk about upcoming competitions, how training and stuff's been going. I also want to talk about this month. Muscle and Fitness covered a fantastic piece about me. So yeah, I just want to sort of touch base on that. So anybody who sort of followed my Instagram and that there will have seen that on Sunday I was training, and it's just typical because it was one of them light events. It was one of them light training days. It wasn't anything heavy. We were just doing like 50%, and it was really just to get the blood flowing around the body and stuff like that there. Yeah, typical that an injury happened at that time. I'd done 5 reps of the stone. It was just a light stone. It was 120 kilo stone, and I'd done 5 reps, no problem. And then I was like, right, I'm going to do another set of 5. And on the second set, I just felt this sort of boof through my back, sharp shooting pain, dropped me right to my knees. Could hardly walk out of the gym. Couldn't walk at all that night. My right leg, I couldn't get any function out of it at all. So yeah, I was really, really down and out about that. But went to see physio yesterday. Luckily it's not a disc. I thought it was originally going to be a sort of disc problem, but luckily it's not. Seems to be problems coming from the SI joint. So been doing loads of rehab on it. I've got full flexibility back again, but still quite a bit of pain in the back. So I'm just going to have to play it by ear and see how I get on. I'm 100% sure it'll be okay for Battle of the Britons. I just don't know if it'll be ready for Sunday or not at the Irish Muscle Power, which is really disappointing because I know 100% I had a PB in deadlift and log coming, which is typical. It seems to be any time I'm chasing that 400 deadlift, I always pick something up and it just knocks me back. But I still believe I can do it. If I'm walking around Thursday and Friday with zero pain, feel flexibility, don't feel anything, then I'm convinced that I can still do it. And I'm not going to go down there with a mindset that I've got injured. If I don't feel it, I'll not be fucking worrying about it. So after, I've got Irish Muscle Power on Sunday, fucking date Sunday, 23rd. And then after that there, I'm away to Doncaster Dome for Battle of Britain, which is going to be a great show. It's a team event, so we're all 4 guys from each country, sort of like a 4 nations Battle of Britain, all competing as a team. The events look amazing for it. They're going to be great for the crowd. Going to be great for us as well, to be honest. Super looking forward to that. It's held in the Doncaster Dome. I think there's still tickets available for it if anybody's still looking to go. Then I'm home on the Monday, away again on the Friday for London Pride. Obviously super excited for London Pride. It's my first time doing London Pride, and I'm really, really excited about it. Come home from that, and then I'm home for a couple of weeks, and then I'm away to UK Strongest Man in St Albans, London, which is obviously probably the main show of this year for me. So super looking forward to that. The events has been released for the athletes. They're going to be released to the public soon. The events, there's a few iffy ones in there just because I haven't done them before, but the events look good. The final events definitely look good for me. It's just getting my way into the final, and I think that's my main sort of goal this year, is to make the final. That would be a huge achievement in last year, and like that's what it's all about. It's getting there each year. Come back from UK's, and then the next weekend I got Belfast Pride, which is brilliant because I thought I was going to miss out in Belfast Pride. I thought it was the same weekend as the UK's, but it turns out it's not. It's the weekend after, so that'll be all my shows finished, and then I get Belfast Pride. So I would say Belfast Pride will be a proper piss up. Home for a while, and then away to St G's for Bear Week. Looking forward to that. It'll definitely be an experience, I would say. Not something that I've done before on that scale, but looking forward to it. There's a few bookings that's coming in there for. There's a few bookings that are coming in for more talks and stuff like that, which is great. You know, more seminars, meet and greeting, which is what I want. You know, I want more of that. So it's all going really well. So yeah, this month, muscle and fitness covered a piece on me. The majority of the piece was covered on a subject I haven't actually talked public about. There was obviously chatting about my sexuality and coming out within the strongman world, and what that was like and what it was like in general. But there was, for the first time, I sort of touched in on problems I've had in my life with body insecurity, body image issues, and sort of the hatred that I've had over the years to my body. And a lot of people sort of look at me confused when I say that, because now you know, if you look at my Instagram and stuff like that, now I have no issues because I've overcame that. But that's probably in the last 3 or 4 years that I've actually got to that stage. Definitely since I came out, it's massively helped me find comfort in my body, like massively. And that's because of the huge support I get within the LGBT community. And obviously the comments and the things that people say about my body is since coming out been 10 times bigger. But growing up, that definitely wasn't there. And in my early 20s, it definitely wasn't there. And I decided to turn. It was one time out of frustration, and like real. It was looking in the mirror, and it was real hatred and real frustration there, and it was just like it was as if my mind and my body were two different people. And I just fucking hated it in my body, like hated it, and I lashed out and I cut it. I cut in the arm for the first time, and I noticed that I got this feeling when I did that, which led me down a very shitty path. And you know, I can say without total shame now where I used to before, because I think it's such a shameful thing to say. But now I don't. You know, now I'm more educated and more knowledgeable about subjects, and I understand why I did it more. But I self-harmed for many years, right up until, I'm just going to be honest, like a year ago was the last time I self-harmed, which was more of a one-off than what it used to be. And a lot of people think self-harming is something that people do for attention, and they get attention. And in some cases that is true, but it's not it's not the type of attention as in, look at me, give me attention. It's look at me, I need help, you know. And some people do cut their arms and cut their body and cut their face, and it's not because they want your attention in that way. It's because they're crying out for help. They're crying out for people to help them get rid of these feelings. I didn't do it. I didn't want any type of attention, and I didn't want any type of help. I done it as a coping mechanism as to how I felt about myself, and I would have done it under my boxers, and around the very top of my legs, sometimes at the bottom of my belly and stuff, just areas that wouldn't be seen. And it does release this chemical in your body, which it's like your body's natural painkiller basically. And it's such an unhealthy way to go down, and I try to put that self-harming into training almost. I know that doesn't sound much healthier, but you know, you can take your levels through, you can take your body through levels of healthy pain through training. Whereas this is the other side of things, is a very unhealthy way of doing it. And it's not a great path to go down, because it starts off with 1 or 2 and then develops. You know, I see me at times having to change the sheets because they're just covered with blood, and you know, there's times it went really bad that it was dangerous, like it's always dangerous, but it got very dangerous and got out of control. You know, it always starts with control, Started with 1 or 2 cuts, it was in control, and then it changed to something that was out of control, where you couldn't control how deep you were going, you couldn't control how hard you were doing it. It was like somebody else took over your body and somebody else was doing it. And then the next thing, you were in a mess, you know, and you're having to treat it and get rid of infections. And it's just it's a very confusing, very, you know, people don't understand it a lot. I never understood it until I learned more about it recently, and I definitely think that the majority of people look at it, that people do it for attention, and to say nobody has known about this until I've now talked about it, and I'm not doing it now, and I never intend on doing it again, so I'm certainly not doing it for attention. You know, it never brought any attention my way because I never wanted it to. I definitely didn't want, you know, friends or family seeing it. I didn't want anybody seeing it, and the only people who really knew that I'd done that is probably partners, sexual partners that I've been with, who've seen me with my clothes off and have seen the scars. You know, they're the people who, they're only people who would know about it. And you know, some people did question it, and sometimes I put it down to like stupid things, that I fell through a greenhouse and stuff like that there, and I cut my legs and all, and people were like, oh, aye. I think one time one of my mates seen it, and I blamed it on the squat or my deadlift set, you know, because your deadlift set can sometimes cut your legs and stuff. But yeah, Muscle and Fitness done a piece all about that, and it was a fantastic piece, 6 pages. They did it such justice. Samantha, who wrote the article, was absolutely fantastic. She did a great job, and I'm just so pleased they give it the you know, they justified the story and they give it such a good spread. So a huge thanks to them guys. You know, it's nice whenever you know, when I first talked about my depression, it was done on a big scale, and this is another big story too, and it's nice whenever it's taken on like that there, and it's given such a warm reception, and it's given such a big spread. You know, it makes it worthwhile sharing it, because I know that in the Muscle Fit, I know there's a lot of my guys are going to be reading that, and a lot of guys are going to be going through something similar or something the same, and it might help them understand what's going on in their life, type of thing. But I have to go on now because I have work to do. But that was just a quick catch up, guys, to talk about the shows coming up in the magazine. I hope you grab the magazine. If you do, please take a picture and please post it on your social media. I would really appreciate that. I'm going to do as much film as I can. I do promise that there from now onwards. I'm going to film Battle of the Britain, and I'm going to film UK Strongest Man. Hopefully do some behind the scenes stuff, and we're going to get that up and going. So guys, thank you very much again. Thank you for still supporting me. I'll talk to you all soon. Love you loads.